And we're back. And we will just... Listen, I know it's just holidays, and it's the time for fucking war. Sit around the fire, welcome our new Russian leader. No, my point with that being is, like... I'm not a fan of Putin. I used to joke that I was, you know? But I still think he's a smart guy.
I do too.
I think America would be the best time to attack when you've got someone volatile at the helm. Even if you wanted Trump, maybe you wanted Trump in to go after us.
Maybe.
Openly.
Maybe.
I mean, do I really think that Trump is a Russian spy or something? No, I don't. Do I think that he's been paid by Putin? Listen.
No, but
it's one of those things. Like, we were watching this game against the Chiefs and the Titans, and I said, I think the Titans could win. I wouldn't be surprised if they won. But, come on. The Chiefs are probably going to win. That's my thought. Like, if we find out, like, Trump just, like, somehow sold us all out to the Russians, I'd be like, well, listen, there's a chance that could happen.
I'm not going to go as far to say that he's a Russian spy, but I do kind of got to question if there's an ulterior motive. I mean, I can't look past the fact that Russia was celebrating when Trump I can't.
I agree.
So, you know, without going too much farther into it, because we still got to be festive and shit.
Well, and not to mention...
But you got to question it.
We're on that other side where people were saying, oh, look, fucking Europe and everyone's celebrating Obama won. Why would they be... And we were all like, come on, shut the fuck up. They're just happy that we actually got someone progressive in.
Right.
They want someone they could actually talk to, not fucking George W. Bush, where they had to make color pencil drawings for him.
There's a little bit of a difference there, though. People didn't like Obama because he was a quote-unquote Muslim.
And a Kenyan.
Right, and a Kenyan, not American.
No.
But I feel nervous about Trump because he's a hostile asshole.
Yeah.
And he's stupid. And doesn't want to go to intelligence briefings.
No, but he's still executive producer of his TV show.
Right,
Which, by the way, Jimmy Carter, this is a line of the day for me. I read, Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farm when he won the election because he didn't want any sort of other interests involved. His fucking peanut farm.
Right.
Trump has, like, all this fucking shit.
Right.
And, you know, part of me thinks, like, do you just need to have a big... Well, mentally have a big dick, because I'm sure Trump has a small penis.
I'm sure.
But mentally have, like, a big dick and this, like, entitled...
Right.
Frame of mind...
Right.
To get what you want. And people are just like, oh, okay. Or when he gets into office, are they going to say, hey, you got to get rid of all your shit, man? Like, or someone else has got to be controlling. It can't be your family. It can't be your friends. It can't be anyone you know. But it doesn't seem like that's the way that's going either.
You gotta wonder how much money plays into it, because he has plenty of it, not because of his hard work, but...
He doesn't have enough to buy out America.
No, but if you buy the right points, or if you threaten people, I don't put it past him. That's how he got rich.
He has, George Soros has more. Bill Gates has more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he can buy himself into special positions. Hillary, I think, has more, or had more. I'm not sure.
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
She was stealing a lot from her. I'm not going to overlook her problems either.
I get that.
You know, whatever. My point is, we might be looking at a war with Russia. And this is something... I think we talked about like a year or two ago. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is something that looks like it might happen. That was under Obama.
Yeah.
So,
when aren't we looking at a war
under
with Russia?
A guy who will motherfuck you over nothing?
Yeah.
Over doing a bad impression of him?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. And yes, it does seem like he likes Russia, but wait till Putin challenges him.
Right, exactly.
And he will.
Definitely.
Especially if these sanctions come down. It will happen, and it'll be bad.
Right.
But to change things into a more festive mood, let me tell you...
I don't know, I'm pretty much in a festive mood right now. We're talking about getting obliterated. Nukes are going to be raining from the sky.
Enjoying the best part about being American, and that's we got football on TV. Tell me that's not the best part.
Not the nukes?
Well, I have a kid.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if it was just you, I'd be alright.
I mean, here's the thing. We'll all die quick.
Maybe.
It depends where it hits.
Dude, and it could last. Have you seen the shit, like the fucking mutants that came out of Hiroshima?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Or the animals
and they're
living
still
around
coming
Chernobyl?
out, like they're still fucked up. And
yeah.
Nah, that's not cool.
No.
You imagine everything's fine. You knock up a nice lady, and then she gives birth to something that looks like a bass. I mean,
oh my god.
Oh no, that's my kid too, and it's just like, kill me. Yeah, fuck that. And we're laughing, but this is a real fucking thing.
I know.
That fucking, we did that.
Yeah, no.
And we wonder why they don't like us. Actually, they do like us, to be honest. Chinese are the ones that hate us.
In our defense, we gave them a chance to surrender. But they're so goddamn honorable.
No, I mean,
really, we did. We were like, hey, check this out. We're gonna nuke the shit out of you.
Down, though?
Right.
Like, if we did get involved with Russia, and they got into California.
Right.
And they had and they're like, listen, just surrender, or we're gonna drop a bomb on you. We'd be like, no, we're not surrendering. Fuck you.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
No, but I think part of it was also, like, nobody had ever used a weapon like that, so they probably thought we were bluffing.
Yeah.
That's another part of it.
Yeah.
But here's my problem. After the first one, they still didn't surrender. Like, I would have been like, okay, you know what, we're good. We understand.
But weren't they just like a half an hour in between each other or something like that?
No, they were 3 days apart, I think.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought there was 3.
No, there's only 2.
There was only 2?
Yeah. There was going to be a third one. We had a third one locked and ready.
That's it, yeah.
But if they didn't sign the treaty, we were going to unleash that one on, yeah, I used to know because I did a report on it.
Yeah, really, what the fuck were they expecting?
Like, after the first one, I would have been like, you know what, we're good, we surrender. Like, if you really do have a second one, I'm good. Nope, took a second one to do it.
Yeah, no.
I understand honor, but that is my problem with, like, a lot of Asian culture. I respect the honor and I respect the discipline, but it blinds them to a fault.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've got no pride. No sense of... And you know what? I do fine. I do all right. I work like Peter Baelish. I'm underhanded.
I have not had to commit harakiri yet, so...
I will kiss your feet, but to your back, I will fucking talk shit on you. And
right.
I will try to overthrow you. And
no seppuku here.
No, and I do fine.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Peter Baelish survives the Game of Thrones.
He does.
That's why. As far
so
as we
far.
know. Yeah.
Don't say that.
I know. Oh, that'd be horrible if he dies. I would cry.
The mountain not comes back, he is back. Mountain
rips
kills
him apart.
Oh my god. I don't know who I'd go for in that. I really like both of them, but I'd probably go for Baelish.
Oh, of course I'd go for Baelish.
I mean...
I hate the mountain.
Why?
For one, he's nothing but a murderer.
I kind of like that.
There's no intrigue in his character.
He raped someone to death.
Yeah.
How cool is that? I wish I could do that.
But you don't have the unit for it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't rip someone in half with my dick.
You couldn't rip a grape in half with your dick.
Probably not.
But he's got... But I'm just saying there's no depth to him.
Right.
He's like my asshole.
Now he's even more of a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
Now he really doesn't even have a brain.
It's yeah. They never showed his face either.
No.
I don't want to see it.
I think in the books they do.
Well,
I think
they don't show
me.
his face in the books.
Well, but they describe his face.
Yeah.
But in the show, they don't.
It's bullshit.
They've shown it kind of like... They had the one where the mask was kind of open, or the helmet was kind of open. You could see a little bit.
Well, and at the end...
Yeah.
Season finale, he takes it up, but it's all dark.
Well, and so I think it's a back of the head shot, too.
Yeah, something like it. But you definitely couldn't see it.
But you can tell his skin's kind of like molted and
dead.
Nasty looking.
Yeah.
Gray.
Yeah, he's definitely been dead.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Festive.
Don't give a start on Game of Thrones. That's going to be another.
Part 4.
So Jon Snow's.
2 hours later.
Yeah. While we're on...
You know what started...
We kind of took a...
What started all this, by the way, was we were doing a year in review, and you asked what the best album was.
Right.
And I started with California, then we got into rap, and then we got into football, And then we got into Putin.
We didn't really get into football too much, though.
No, we didn't, but...
Just explaining how. Anyway, on with our year in. And I'm going to go... And this is a hard one because we're splitting hairs on... Just right down the middle of pubic hairs here. What happened this year, what didn't actually come out this year, blah, blah, blah. But comedy shows.
Okay.
And I've got 2 on my list that are probably going to kind of surprise you.
Okay.
And as we know, we've had a lot of people that have been on tour this year, and they've done great, fantastic. And listen, like, I could, every year Louis is on tour, I could give it to Louis. So it's not that I'm not respecting Louis. I think he's one of my favorite comics of all time. I mean, he's in the ball. I mean, it's Louis, Jim Jeffries, Jim Norton. I mean, you know, great. But I'm gonna say for me, the ones I've seen, and a lot of it's just being impressed with what they've done and how far. Number 1 would be Mark Normand. I fucking love his new special. It's great.
Is it on...
It's not. It won't even be released until next year.
Ah, that sucks.
Which is the problem. Like, if you actually want to see it.
How'd you see it?
I have a way.
Oh.
But it'll be on Comedy Central, so there's no cussing in it, but he's still great. And really, the way I saw it was I saw it in person.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, down in Texas. I have mentioned him before.
Yeah, but I didn't know you got to see that.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, that's part of it. And then the other one would be Joe Mackey. Joe Mackey, I fucking love. The guy is so fucking weird. He's even weird to look at, but he's great. And he's, like, innocent, but so hilarious and so quick. And, I mean, he's on tour with Louis right now.
Oh, is he?
I don't even know if he has a special coming out, to be honest. I have no idea. But I'm just saying...
He's funny.
You're doing 30 to an hour, and what you got up there, his is fantastic. Like, you've got to see Joe Mackey. And he's one of those guys... Those are 2 guys no one's probably... Very few people have.
Right. I haven't listened to... to much of Joe Mackey, but he is funny from what I've heard, or what I've listened to.
Fantastic.
I'm confused on whether to say watched or listened to. With
it is kind of...
Because it's like, well... But, Mark Normand's good. As far as comedy, I don't know what I would...
Oh, by the way, and I also want to say, like, I think you're having some trouble here, so I'm gonna, if it's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Freedom, Jim Jeffries.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was so good, and I feel bad putting him at number 3 for me, because really, it's number 1, it's just, I'm trying to, I guess, make some room for them new guys.
Right.
Jim Jeffries, there again, he's a guy that...
He's been in it a bit.
He's fucking awesome. He's great. He's number 1 all the time. It'll be the best comedy special you see.
It was so good.
But if you're into comedy already, Mark Normand and Joe Mackey's 2 guys you should check out. And Colin Quinn, I fucking love it. Dude, is so smart. Great. He's so smart, so funny.
I gotta be honest, though. I think I liked the Bear special more than Freedom.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, everyone has their favorite.
I mean, I'm just saying. I like that one more. I loved Freedom, but I liked Bear. That's probably my favorite special that he's put out.
We're talking about this year, so.
I know, I'm just
reminiscing. You know what my favorite Jim Norton one was? My favorite Colin Quinn? You know. But no, A New York Story, which has been 2-3 years people have been waiting for this shit to come out. And Quinn finally gets it out, and it was great. Since we're not in the area, we don't get to see it. So actually seeing it on Netflix, it was fantastic.
It was.
And... You know, I think if you're going to go for a top 5, there's a lot of guys that you could easily say put on a great show. And, you know, I would have to say Jim Norton.
Yeah, he does.
And he's one of those guys there, again, could easily be number 1 on our list.
I'm trying to remember.
Without a doubt.
Like, a couple weeks ago, I think it was, I watched a special on Netflix, but I can't remember who it was. Because I've been drinking a lot, too. But I was scrolling through Netflix. I was like, oh, this looks good. So I watched it. I can't remember who it was. It was so funny. Fuck.
Is it brand? Did it come out this year?
I'm not even sure. To be honest, I didn't look at the date. I just looked at it. I was like, it's off topic.
This is relevant. Why?
No, I'm just trying to remember because it just popped in my head. So I'd be like, oh, they're funny too, but I can't remember. Anyway.
By the way, Jim Norton's is another one that'll come out next year, but it's already been taped, so it's...
Netflix?
Or
Hulu?
I'm not sure. I
hope so.
He hasn't even announced the name of it yet.
Oh.
But it's already... I think it was taped last night.
Oh, cool.
Yes, sir. But it's been his whole act.
Do you know when
Well,
next
when he's
year?
been on tour. I have no idea.
Okay.
Norman's, I only know because he did it maybe a month ago, and so he's been able to talk about it. But Norton's was literally, I believe, yesterday.
I'm looking forward to the
No,
one.
it's today.
Oh.
December 18th is when he's recording it. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's the 18th today.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's recording it tonight. So
cool.
How would I... Yeah. But I thought he said... February or April.
Oh, that'd be cool if it was February.
But I think that's also when Norman's is coming out, too.
Oh, so maybe...
Norman's will be Comedy Central for sure. I'm not sure with Norton's. I'm thinking Netflix, but I'm not the guy to go to on
Think
this.
I'll be able to watch it on the website, Comedy Central?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
okay,
sure.
cool.
Do you go there very often?
Not really.
Dude, you should. There's a couple shows. The roast battles. Fucking
Are they
great
on there?
show. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Fucking love
really
that show.
Don't.
And then they have a series called Half Hour.
Okay.
And I mean, you got Joe List, Joe Mackey.
No, I've seen
Mark Normand.
I've seen trailers.
Everyone does a
Whatever
half
they're called.
hour bit on that. It's fucking great. I actually
That's
just
what
got
I've
into
heard.
it like last week. Thanks to Cody.
Right on.
I was watching a bunch of those. I was like, oh, this is fantastic.
Right on.
Continuing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give a break in the fun
Okay.
by telling you about my situation yesterday.
Okay.
I think I texted you a few times, very, I don't know, with just simple little, hey, do this, do that, whatever.
Hey, talk about the internet.
My point was to, so I don't forget. And when you hear the story, you'd be like, how the fuck would you forget? But let me go into this. There's very few things that I take a stand on. Very few. And you know this. You know
Sure,
me.
yeah, no.
I'm a welcome man. And, how many times when we're at work, they have some asshole treat us like a dick.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm the one who's like, well, thanks, have a good weekend, blah, blah.
Right.
As soon as they leave, I'm like, fuck that guy.
Right.
But I'm still nice about it. Okay, so yesterday, and I'll just say, this same issue has happened once or twice a week the last month or so. But anyway, yesterday, my modem kept restarting. Just blank out and restart.
Okay.
I'm getting pissed. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I would say it started like once every hour. So it was really kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Especially because, due to my setup and everything, if it goes out, my TV goes out, my PlayStation goes out. Without the internet, my PlayStation is a fucking paperweight.
Right, yeah.
I think I've got one actual disc game. They're all fucking digital. So I'm playing a game or whatever, and internet goes out. Fuck. So okay, restart it. Everything's working fine. No problem. Does it again. And so I go over to my parents' house for a while, and my dad's like, "Oh, our internet's out," and he wasn't sure. He didn't realize that with the way everything is now, when your internet's out, your TV's out too. Mm-hmm. Well, he found that out. He was not happy. He calls Cox, and they say, well, we don't know what we can do. We'll have to send someone out. All right. So, Wednesday, by the way. This is Saturday. Mm-hmm. They're going to send someone out Wednesday? Jesus fucking Christ. Talked to one of my neighbors. By the way, this internet shit has got me talking to my neighbors, which pisses me off even more. I've got to talk to fucking people I live around? Fuck you. Anyway, he's having internet problems. So, when I go home, I notice my modem is only holding at about 20 minutes, and it's restarting. Then it starts to get down to 5 minutes, and it's just restarting, constantly restarting. I'm like, fuck. So I call him, and I'm telling him, like, what the problem is or whatever. The guy honestly says, the first time I talked to him, he says, well, I'm getting a report that where you're at, it's really cold. I'm like, yeah, it's like 12 degrees right now. And he's like, is it windy? I'm like, it's kind of windy. It's not that bad. He's like, well, what I would suggest, because it's not good for that modem, like, it's not safe to be restarting like that. The electrical and all that, that's bad. Why don't you unplug it until it's not as cold or windy outside?
It's
I'm like,
winter.
Literally, so, okay, I'm paying for a service that is not good 4 months out of the year.
It's winter.
Yeah, that's what it's... And I'm like, are you serious on this? And he's like, well, that would be my suggestion. But if you need any more help, call us back. You fucking asshole. So I immediately called back. She hung up on me, basically. And I got to talk to this woman of African descent.
Great.
Her fucking earpiece was all fucked up, so I could barely hear her half the time. I'd have to be like, what's that? And she'd move it, I guess, and talk. And she was cooler about it. And she's like, well, and by the way, it's about 11:30, 12:30 at this point. It's getting kind of late. And all night, I used to have been trying to game, do whatever, and I can't fucking do it. It won't work. I get a hold of her, and she's like, well, I'm sending a signal to your modem. Is it doing anything? I'm like, yeah, actually, it's restarting. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to see if this holds. If this holds, then we figured out the problem. And I said, well, let me ask you something. I said, most of my... Oh, no, before. I'll just say this. She told me that there was no problems in my area. She's like, I have no reports of any problems in your area, so I'm not sure what could be an issue. My parents called. They live right next to me, right by me. My fucking neighbor called. Like, how the fuck are we not having problems in our neighbor? That's the first thing. But second, she's like, well, let me, I sent this signal. We'll see if it holds. And she's like, I'll call you back in a half an hour. I'm like, all right, well, and she even said, like, it's kind of late. Are you going to be up in a half an hour? And I said, yeah, I should probably still be awake by then. And so sure enough, like, it's working. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm enjoying, whatever. But this happened it was 12:30 when I got off the phone with her.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, so about 1 o'clock, she'll call back. And I'll have to be like, oh, it's working, blah, blah. So it's 1:30. No call. No nothing. And I'm like, well, the internet seems to be working fine, so whatever. And she tried to call back at like 1:45, by the way. And then about 2 o'clock, my internet starts going out again.
Oh.
And it starts doing the shit again. So I called back, and I'm like, I need to talk to a supervisor. This is ridiculous. I'm done with your shit. And meanwhile, by the way, earlier in the day, I was looking for other providers and this was a real call that I talked to somebody it's like about 9 o'clock last night. I was calling from someone called Hubris Communications.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, AT&T sucks. Cox apparently sucks. Mm-hmm. Where the fuck do I have? Because I'm thinking, like, when I talk to them, I'm going to threaten and be like, hey, I'm done with your service. I pay $139 a month for shit.
Right.
But I'm like, they probably know what's available around me, so I need to figure out what's available around me before I say I'm going to leave all of a sudden. And the anger in me is just building and building as I'm finding out there's nothing around me. So I'm on the phone with this Hubris Communications, right? Asking about their service. And this is literally almost word for word what happened. I called and I said, yeah, I'm just interested in your service. Well, what type of service are you looking for? And I'm like, well, just kind of the fastest internet I can get. Okay, well, this is going to be a little bit pricey, but it is our top package. It is DSL. Like, I'm not really fond of DSL, but if it's reliable, I'm cool. She's like, oh, it's pretty reliable. Which, by the way, don't start off with it's pretty reliable. And she's like, but, just be forewarned. It is our top-end package. We have other packages. Like, okay. Now, I'm expecting $200, $150,
Yeah.
She's like, it's $29.99. And I literally went, ugh. Like, she heard me go, ugh. And she's like, oh, I know, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, how fast does it go? Because that's why I made that noise, because I knew how fast it was going to go. Now, I had an idea. And she's, well, it can go up to 7.5 megabytes per second. I'm like, how? How are you doing this? I literally started coming unglued at her. Like, I was like, how can you run a business on this? I take shits faster than 7.5 megabytes per second. This is what you're doing? This is not viable. Not in 2016. That your best fucking speed is 7.5. That's fucking retarded. I just go back to fucking dial up if I want to go that slow. Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. I felt bad, I gotta be honest. But that was it.
7.5.
That was the highest they could fucking go.
And so,
how do you sustain a business on that? Who pays for that? At another company, and I swear to fucking God, it was 1.5.
Oh my God. How much were they charging for it?
This one was a fucking nifty company because it was like $63.99.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for 1.5 megabytes per second. And I'm just like fuming because I'm like, fuck, my only real option is Cox.
Wow.
I can't threaten to leave because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to 7.5.
Right? Oh my God.
But yeah, so that was and I'm still not done with them. I still, yeah.
That's rough.
I'm so pissed. And like I said, like I take a lot of shit, but that's one of those things I don't take shit on.
Sure.
It's the
So it's still not fixed?
It's working better. And like Steph was like, well, just let it go. It's fine now. And I'm like, listen, if your fucking heart stops beating one day, you don't be like, well, it's been working fine for a while. No, you're like, I'm going to the cardiologist.
Right.
This is the heart of our entertainment system.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make sure that it's fixed.
Well, and if you're paying good money for it to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, no, I'm going to make sure it works. What? Just unplug it during winter.
Yeah, just don't worry about it then.
Just, I don't know, go back to making a fire in your living room.
Well, yeah. Draw pictures on your wall with rocks.
You're caveman now.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God.
It's just, yeah, no, and just the idea of where we live. And we don't, you know what cities are near? We live by Wichita, and it's a huge metropolitan. If you don't believe me on that, the cities that are near us in size, do you know New Orleans is smaller than Wichita?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Cleveland is smaller than Wichita.
Really?
Yeah.
I was in Cleveland.
We're not that far from, and we're, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Away from Wichita? Yeah. But it's like we might as well be out in the sticks.
Oh my God.
It's enraging. It really... And part of it, too, is like when I was talking to my neighbor, he was like, oh, yeah, Cox is going to credit me like $150. My dad said they're going to credit him $150. They didn't fucking offer me shit. So that even made me more pissed off.
Probably because you're an ass bag to
I
them.
was really nice to them. I was just pissed off at the other lady. And I was just mocking her. I was nice to the Cox people. I mean, I'm not going to be.
Right.
When I finally... Because when I did call back, by the way, and I talked to a supervisor, oh, of course no supervisors are available. There'll be one at 8 a.m. We can have him call you at 8 a.m.
Oh, fuck
that. You! Do you not see what time it is right now? I'm obviously deranged and don't sleep in a normal cycle. Yeah, so that was my yesterday.
That's awful.
I was baking cookies and fucking arguing with Cox.
Wow. You were arguing with Cox?
My cock.
Wow.
Because I'm not looking at porn. I don't have any internet.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Can't use data.
No. I'll tell you this. I've gotten to a point where I think I'm done getting, I know we're going off topic, whatever. We're pretty much done with the holiday shit. But I'm done getting digital copies of video games.
Why?
Well...
Because it doesn't work if
it doesn't work because there's no internet. And then I was kind of thinking about it, with we were talking about The Walking Dead, the Telltale game, Season 3 coming out, and it's huge.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be a game, like, I wish I had I would give it to you. Like, I've got a lot of games. I'd give them to friends, or I would trade them in and get more money.
Sure.
I don't have shit. Like, all I have is this digital idea that I own this.
Yeah.
But if I can't log in under a certain name, I don't own it. And I've spent $500-$600 in games that I can't use. I can't give away. I can't sell. I can't do nothing with.
That's true.
So I think I'm kind of done with it. And then some ass bag with a 3-letter name, said, "Oh, well, if you get discs, it'll take up the same amount of space as a digital copy." Which is fucking false. It's not true at all.
Does it take less?
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta be honest, when I first got my PS4 a couple months ago, I was really considering doing digital.
Yeah, because we could share.
But my, the internet at my house, for whatever reason, just in my room, is absolute trash. It doesn't reach. I don't know why.
Which does suck, because the updates, and
right.
Like, even Final Fantasy 15, which, by the way, didn't go into this, but if I was naming games that was the best overall, there was nothing even close. They're having, like, a bunch of giveaways this for Christmas and all that shit. Like, you couldn't get it if you're on the internet.
Right, but, like, Madden, for instance, because that seems to kind of... That and GTA 5 are kind of the ones that I play the most.
And Madden does update a lot, which that would suck not having that.
Not really, though.
They update a lot.
No, I know, but it doesn't really suck. Like, I'm not running into any problems.
Well, no, the thing that sucks is, like, you're not... Like, the nice thing about, like, Madden now and being hooked up is you've got a new Madden until the new one comes out. Like, you know how, like, you'd buy that one on the shelf back in, like 012, and it was the same rosters, same everything, nothing changed. This one changes. I mean...
Yeah.
Like, Dak Prescott, in the first copy that came out, the first version... Dak Prescott was like a 77 or whatever, and now he's like an 86.
Well, you can
Oh, you can do it yourself if you want to, but I mean...
It doesn't take long.
Yeah, but you gotta go through all the shit.
No, you don't.
I prefer them to just...
Oh, I mean, it's really not that bad. Like, you just go to update roster, click update roster, and it takes like a minute. That's it. It doesn't take long.
But if you're on the internet, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can. I have.
What's it reading?
I do it all the time. I mean, I have a disc, so I don't know if that matters, but I do it almost all.
I'm just curious what it's like, how it knows.
I don't know, because when I first got it, I updated it, but I disconnected from the internet and whatnot, and I was playing, and I was like, oh, that's weird. It had I think it was John Lynch.
John Lynch? That's a really old version.
It had Paxton Lynch as a starting quarterback. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I just hit update and it moved Trevor up there. So, I mean, it works offline.
And maybe it does get a certain amount of information. And I was going to say, too, you can also throw yourself on a hotspot down. It takes like...
But you know what I just realized?
It takes like maybe a minute to do it.
I just realized I am actually connected to internet. Remember, I discovered that the problem was I'm connected, but the connection's not good enough to play online? Because when I sign in,
yeah, okay.
I am connected. Like, it signs into my profile and everything.
Then you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
So, it's just not good enough to play online. But where I was going with that was Madden, I'm okay with not being connected to internet because I don't really use... Like, the main thing that I do in there is franchise.
Yeah, which is good, though.
I'm not terribly...
The updates are nice.
Right, so I can play... I guess.
Updated roster, updated commentary. I like the updated commentary.
I didn't know they updated it.
That's one of the things they do almost every week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you're probably still getting them, I think. I don't know.
No.
Whenever every now and then when you start it, does it say, like, update new, blah, 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 and it'll...
I don't know. It's weird, though, because, like, here's what'll happen. I'll sign in one day, and it'll be like, system update, and Madden update. It's sent to downloads.
Yeah.
And I'll try to download it, but it doesn't work because the internet's shitty. So then I'll play for the night, go to rest mode, come
By the way,
back.
the new system update is worth it.
Okay.
It's nice.
It did update, but that's where I was going. Like, I'll put it in rest mode, and then the next day, things will be downloaded.
It goes a lot faster in rest mode. But it works, is the thing. Yeah.
So, I mean... Maybe it's just not... It's taking too long.
Do you have the little bar that fills up, though, when you start... Yeah, okay, so then you're getting it, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, they do update.
And you can even throw on your hotspot. It literally takes, like, a minute to download that shit. Like, it's all fucking... I'm guessing
So, I mean, my
text.
stuff updates one way or another. It just may be a couple days. But I'm really not worried about it.
I don't think you would get the big updates.
Yeah.
Like the new content and stuff like that. Not Madden, but, like, other games.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I mean, like, the one for Final Fantasy was, like, 14 gigs or something. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
ESO is always...
Right, yeah.
Whatever. Those are games I'm not playing, so...
But basically what I'm saying is that's why I'm glad I went with disc, because now when my internet's shitty, I can still play.
Yeah, no.
That's really where all this was going.
Agree. Yeah. No, and I'm thinking that's the new way I'm gonna buy shit.
Because
I mean, it's a little rough on like the Telltale games because they don't really make the discs until the season's over, which makes sense.
Right.
But still, it sucks.
Have you played the Batman ones?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of it.
I still haven't.
Fun as shit.
Really want to.
Love it.
They just released the last one, I think, or they're going to soon.
I think they're going to.
I can't remember. I just saw something on Facebook on the IGN.
That's my
Facebook page.
At my other job, I'm working a lot, but aside from that, it's Telltale games.
Right.
I'm finishing up the Batman. I'm in like episode 3, I think. There's still episode 4 that I need to buy, which I will. So it's like $5.
I really want to play Wolf Among Us too. I've heard that one's really good.
Fantastic.
I don't think I've played any Telltale games aside from like.
The Game of Thrones is really good.
Until Dawn, although
that's not Telltale.
That's not Telltale. No, not Until Dawn. Life is Strange.
And that's not Telltale either. But Life is Strange. No, it's Square.
Oh, really?
And I honestly think Square does it better. I think that about it. I'm a huge Square fan.
I never finished Life is Strange though.
You didn't?
No, because my friend sold his copy. And he got rid of his PS4. So
the ending is so good. The multiple endings, but yeah. No, Telltale is a lot different. The graphics are not as good. They're different graphics.
They are. They're more. They kind of remind me of like Borderlands graphics.
Yeah.
And I love those graphics. Just kind of like the cartoon, comic book style. I really like that.
But you also, I would say, have probably about the same amount of options and whatever. It's very similar. But they're But
they're a good price.
But you got The Walking Dead. You got Game of Thrones, Batman.
Maybe that's what I'll do. When I get
put
paid,
your balls in,
maybe I'll just go to GameStop and see if they have, like, if I can get a couple sets for $25.
Well, yeah, I would. But I think that's it for us. Thanks a lot.